best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
All right, everybody, we are once again live. Opa. Hey, from the World Series of Poker, coming to you from Del Rio, having a great time, and this is Mark Hoke along with Mighty Joe Payne.
Mighty Joe Payne, as opposed to Mighty Joe.
Do you prefer going by Payne or Panye, right?
Well, the proper pronunciation is Pane,
Panye.
but I just got tired of correcting everybody. So
Yeah,
Joe Payne will work.
yeah, it's tough being an
Plus,
Italian
it's
with
easy.
a four-letter name.
Plus, it's easier to just to be a Payne than a Pane.
Exactly. You know, I mean, you know, if you had a name like Rigatoni Almazzaroni, you know, everybody
Or
would be
Joey
like, they can get
Buttafuoco.
that. Yeah, see, you know, that's got
Yeah, most people only hear Payne. They go, that's not Italian. Well, if you pronounce it correctly, it is.
Yeah. Always tough. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, we got a little bit of a slowdown last night. Got to take it easy.
Well, you deserve a little bit of slow time, so to speak. You came into the World Series with a little bit of
on a roll.
somewhat of a roll.
A weird roll
Yeah.
at that. But, yeah, so, you know, no bracelets given away yesterday. Of course, hopefully we'll see some bracelet ceremonies today.
I'm not
guess-
sure why they didn't have a bracelet ceremony.
I mean, everybody was busy. You know, they got to work around their playing schedules and all that. But,
Okay.
yeah, so we will see who pops in this afternoon. But we have some events that are whittling down.
Yes. We have two, actually, right?
A lot of money going to be given away today, and some bracelets. So it's going to be a pretty exciting afternoon here at the World Series of Poker. We're thrilled to be here, and of course, we want to thank you for joining us on the Mark Hoke Show. And we'll be on. Of course, we'll be here and on KLAV 12:30 a.m. at 3 p.m. tomorrow
Pacific time.
So we're still flipping coins on logistics.
Are we going to do it here? We're going to go to the studio.
We're going to, just.
I like doing it here. I'm just concerned about the quality of the audio.
Well, with these mics, we should be okay.
You think so?
Yeah, they'll run it through the super machines.
No, Sue.
I mean, geez, they can make half these pop singers sound good. I mean, surely somebody can make us sound good for an hour. I would hope.
Think about Milli Vanilli.
Girl, you know, girl, you know, girl, you go.
They didn't even sing it. It was all lip sync. And by the way, we're all being lip synced right now too.
Yeah, exactly.
There's two guys behind us who really have real. We give them a script and they just read from it.
Lucky me, I don't have a hand up my ass like him, doing the little puppet thing. I made sure that wasn't in my contract. I'm sorry, did I bring back bad memories, Joe?
No, I wasn't in the hospital recently. You were.
Well, that's true, but I nothing in that.
It was a
direction,
stomach
thank
issue,
God.
though.
It was not. Yeah, well,
You know where the bottom of your stomach
well, yeah,
goes, right?
yeah, but they went in the other direction.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, down the throat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that had to hurt. Well,
Well,
then again,
the second time around they got me knocked out, so I didn't really notice
no,
so
actually,
much.
you know, your mouth is designed for intake.
Yes.
Where, no, I'm not going to go there.
Okay, thank you. Oh, good God, we've lost control of the show
Every day we lose
already.
control.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Hey, if you're not following us on Twitter, it's Mark Hoke Show, and, of course, on Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show, and make sure you download the podcast. And I'm in the process of putting together some little highlight reel podcasts for everybody to download on markhokeshow.podbean.com.
Like the best of?
Yeah, we're pulling some of the interviews out, and
You know,
some
do
of
that. The best of the Mark Hoke Show.
yeah, some of the idiotic things that we've said along the way. Mostly focusing on the interviews, though. But so make sure you download those as well. We'd certainly appreciate it. And there's some great shows back there right now if you want to check them out. Some awesome guests we've had recently.
Who would you say of all the years you've been, how many years have you actually been doing the Mark?
About 3 years now.
Who's the best interview you ever done?
See, I keep thinking Jerry Yang because he always makes me cry. He always tells such a great story. You know, that's a lot of fun. I know when I've had Phil and Daniel on, that's always very exciting. Dutch Boyd's always a great interview.
Mm-hmm.
So is Kenneth James. They're always a blast. Boy, it's so many players over the years. It's kind of hard to say, but yeah, three year anniversary coming up on July 5th.
What's the interview that you have not landed yet that you are just biting at the bit to land?
Believe it or not, I've not interviewed Mr. Esfandiari yet, and obviously
I can make that.
Yeah,
happen.
we got to get that done. Ivy Brunson would be nice. Yeah, but that's I'm sure there's others I'm always forgetting, but that's kind of a trinity there of.
It's the trilogy.
That would be cool.
Phil Ivey, Doyle Brunson, Antonio Esfandiari.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider that 3 old school players?
We're
continuing yesterday's conversation.
Doyle definitely old school. Phil is kind of a transition or covers the cross generational.
Okay.
So he's kind of old school, new school. Antonio, same thing. He's young. Those guys are young enough that they've been able to kind of cross the barriers a little bit. So.
I got to know Antonio personally when he was a Ultimate Blackjack Tour pro, because I was the UBT pro director. So I got to know all these guys personally. But what really, really solidified my opinion of Antonio as far as his poker skills was watching him do the commentary live during the WSOP main event, where they were on, I believe it was like a 15 or 20 minute delay, where he was calling players' hands or what he thought they had, and he was uncharacteristically on his reads.
He was in
incredible.
The zone that night. I remember that.
Yeah,
he had a couple of days there where just everything he said was correct.
And for some reason, they went away with that. ESPN didn't do that again last year. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, I'm guessing it was a combination of ratings and the logistics of. I mean, the logistics of covering a poker tournament live 12, 13 hours a day for 4 or 5 days straight. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, but it made watching, because a lot of times when you watch a poker tournament, it's happened a couple of days or weeks before. They cut it up and they just show you the hands they want to show you. I liked when we saw the raw footage of hand per hand and the thinking and the process that goes through. And Antonio just helped you just almost feel like you were sitting there at the table and almost you were trying to guess what you would do in that situation and what the hands were, as opposed to a lot of times when you see the hands on TV, you kind of know they're showing you this hand because either something crazy is going to happen, the best hand is not going to hold up. It's kind of created theater, so to speak, where opposed to the raw data, it's like you really weren't sure if something exciting or explosive was going to happen.
Or you had to suffer through Felipe Candio going in the tank for 15 minutes at a pop. That was fun, too. That gave everybody a realistic look at the World Series of Poker. That's for damn sure.
Well,
it's pain. That guy was just pain incarnate.
You think he notoriously took too much time?
I'm saying Laborda. I'm sorry. I not Candio. Laborda.
But you think he was just taking too much time?
Oh, of course. He was on the camera. He's Hollywooding it up.
You really think it was just basically
yeah.
TV time for him?
Yeah.
So you think that within a minute or two he already made his decision, but you're saying that he milked it basically. He already knew what he was going to do, but he just wanted some additional camera time.
Yeah, Laborda was kind of a jerk about that. I mean, happy for Brazil, but hope they enjoyed the TV time. That was a little rough. Sorry for saying Candio was painful to watch. I do apologize. That would be.
You do owe an apology.
Yeah, well, I just did.
I know.
See, I make a mistake, I admit it. Like never having Robbie Thompson on the show. This is the guy that has evaded me all these years. Someday you're going to stop by, Robbie. You know it. It's going to happen. One of the great tournament directors here at the World Series of Poker does a fantastic job in there, too, announcing tables when he's up. So, love that guy. Really do. All right. Well, let's take a look at what is going on, because we have some great events happening today.
Today's event is which is, you don't see this tournament too often, pot limit hold'em.
Yeah.
That's
it's a little freaky. And I think both of these events are starting off this morning, if I'm correct. One of them's got to be starting this afternoon. Yeah, we do have a pot limit hold'em $1,500 buy-in. I wonder what what the over or the number's going to be on that, because
I
that
don't
just
know.
doesn't.
Have you ever played pot limit hold'em?
Yeah, I played pot limit hold'em. I mean, just in terms of its popularity for a bracelet event, though.
Why? Tell me why.
Well, pot limit and limit are dying out for the most part. I mean, in hold'em especially. I mean, everybody's playing no limit, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I think that was a nod to a little bit of the old school players there.
The pot limit falls in between. Well, it shouldn't even fall in between. It actually falls more closer to the no limit side because
Oh yeah,
by the turn in the river, there's enough money in the pot to substantiate and justify pretty large bets, as opposed to no matter how big the pot is, when you get down to the river in a limit game, you can only bet what the limit is.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think the kids just aren't that big on it. So,
I know
we'll find out.
Tom McAvoy's playing today's event.
Good.
One of the seats that he won in the 10K club that we run here in Las Vegas. That's the event he chose to play, so he'll be playing for us today. So good luck, Tom. Run good, baby.
All right. So
Speaking of run good,
of course the Run Good Gear.
there
Lounge.
you go.
Of course it's over there.
As you can see, we don't have a real script here, and we kind of wing it. And I kind of
I was
try
there.
to lead
I was
Mark
there.
into that, but
I was there. I was going to be leaping to that later, but
Okay.
make sure. Of course, the Run Good.
we
Gear
have the
Lounge
Run
is
Gig Lounge too, right next to us.
always fun, and the Run Good Gear stuff going out of here. Seth Polanski, everybody, round of applause.
Not
Seth
every-
Polanski.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
whoa.
woo! There you go.
Yeah, Seth really knows how to put
Give him a round of
a
applause,
dagger
and
in
then
my
he's
back on
calling
that
you
one.
out. Calling you out, and then the guy with the Mets jersey gets up and starts chasing Seth Polanski.
That's one of my buddies. That's David Gersh.
Oh, there you go. Well,
He's
be careful.
playing one of the. He's down here to buy in for one of the tournaments today.
Well, don't get 86 chasing down Seth Polanski. that is not a good decision. I would avoid that one at all costs. We got by the way, the 10K no limit deuce to 7 draw low ball event. Well, if you really want to screw with your head, it's time for the no limit deuce to 7 draw low ball. I don't know about that, Joe. That one kind of scares me a little bit. I think that's one of the few events I kind of look at and go,
You'd stay away from that one.
yeah. No limit deuce to 7 it just makes me cringe. I've played it. It just gets insane. I don't know. Too much. Too many chips flying too quick. These people are
in
nuts.
any no limit tournament, sometimes the chips fly too often, too quickly.
Well, people get stupid when it comes to a deuce to 7 game. That's for sure. All right. Well, of course, other events going on today, and we're going to back up as we get to the Millionaire Maker. Let's go to event number 11, the No Limit Hold'em 6-handed event. I didn't get to see if Jesse Capps was still in that thing. I know he was in last night. Look at you peeling out the hundies on the show. Look at this.
You told me there was a fee for me appearing today.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm actually.
So I'm getting backed in an event today. Woohoo! That's exciting. So what are you planning on doing, Joe?
Today?
Yeah. Look, you got the coin to go.
I always have the coin to go. You never know when a game's going to break
Okay.
out. No, actually, David's stopping by to. I was going to buy him into one of the events.
Oh, okay,
but
great.
he got here a little bit later than expected.
Oh.
So now I kind of watch the camera.
Kenneth Lind, everybody.
So we got to get that cone out further.
Defending seniors champion, looking good. All right, we have 134 players left in the No Limit Hold'em 6-handed event, and right now your chip leader is Stephen Hensley. So good job for him, as he's looking pretty good. Nicholas Emekas at 159, Christopher McNeil at 147, Luis Campro. It's an interesting little combination.
Say that 3 times faster.
Campro. Jeff Gross and Antonio Esfandiari walking by. Gentlemen, good to see you. Let's see. Noah Schwartz there in the top 5. Good for him. Jason Wheeler, and that's exciting to see. A good friend of mine there, Jason Wheeler. Known for not only his incredible ability, but also known for his advocacy of marijuana use for playing poker.
Just bringing back the receipt. Take a picture of it.
Of course, he will not be smoking anything here at the Rio. Just want to make sure we make that clear. But Jason Wheeler in 7th place right now in that event. Of course, a lot of other big names hanging around there. Eric Cahalis, Olivier Bousquet, Will Fiala, all in the top 20 right now. Eddie Sabat, the man who stole my poker career almost.
What did he steal?
He was on my final table that I got screwed on.
Oh.
He wasn't the one that did. He ended up actually finishing second in that event. But Eddie Sabat doing well, looking good there. Ty Ryman in there. List will go on. Jeff Madsen. Always fun to see him. Yep, always fun to see him. Kerry Katz in there as well. So a lot of great players left in that one. Started off with 1,587 starting off, 134 remaining. Winner of that, by the way, a $2 million prize pool is going to be walking out of here with $449,000. Yeah, that'll buy you a lot of buffets down at the carnival. That's for sure. All right, event number 10, and this is where we start getting pretty exciting. Event 10, the Limit Omaha High-Low Split 8 or better event going on, and we have 18 players remaining in that one. Okay, and your leader is Vyacheslav Urtinsky. I think I got that pretty close.
We hope.
862,000 in chips. Nice little lead here on Elia Lesra at 535. We got Richard Ashby at 527, Andrew Brown 487. Dan Kelly, who led this event yesterday, is at 425. And some of your other names in there, Perry Friedman, Jeff Lissandro's still in there. Brock Parker, they're all kind of down a little low on the list. But an interesting name here at number 13 is Melissa Burr, someone that I know. And she was very excited about playing this thing today. But she did get some bad news. Received a phone call that her grandmother passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
So she'll be playing with a heavy heart. But we want to wish Melissa and her family all the best, and hope everything goes okay for you. Always a tough time there. But Melissa, gets a little extra inspiration out of this. And it's always interesting when a situation like that occurs. Either you're going to react incredibly well to it, you're going to play inspired, and sometimes those kind of things can carry you a little bit farther than you would have gone, or else you're going to get totally destroyed. But it seemed like Melissa, I think it was good Melissa put a post up on Facebook, because when you can kind of get that out in public a little bit, now you don't have to tell everybody. It's public knowledge, and everybody can say pass their condolences on, and you can kind of move on a little bit, at least from that part of it.
And people give you some space.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to if it's not publicly announced and they hear about it, they come up to you. But now that you've pretty much put it out there, people realize that you may be in a situation where maybe you're not ready to talk about it right now.
Right. Yeah, and getting that space when you're playing for a bracelet isn't necessarily a bad thing either. I know I don't want a couple people around me when if I be playing for one, so that's just me. But should be a pretty exciting afternoon there for the Limit Omaha High-Low Split 8 or better event number 10, and that winner is going to be walking out of here with $443,000. So another pretty good prize for someone if they can pull that event 10 off. Then we get to event number 9, and I'm going to tell you what, we have a great field duking it out in this one. $323,000 going out to the winner. Let's get those chip counts here for you. Let's see. Yeah, Casino Examiner fired some stuff in the chat box. We'll get to him in a minute. But this is very interesting. Frank Patty out of Kansas City, Missouri, is your chip leader, $1.19 million. He's followed by Jorge Vergara at $1.15 million. Then you get a little bit of a drop, but that drop falls into the lap of one of the current top online players in the world, and he's been that way for a while. Big Hoonie, Chris Hoonigan, who just came up short last year on a bracelet and now could be tasting another one, and especially maybe some names in there that aren't as big. Big Hoonie's going to have a pretty good shot to bring this thing home. We also have in fourth place Yahayap Win. He sits at $687,000. And then one of my favorite guys in poker, and I'm really excited to see him at this final table, Mr. Coldstone himself, David Inselberg, New York guy.
What do you call him Coldstone for?
That's his Twitter handle.
Oh, it's Coldstone. Okay.
Yeah, everybody calls him Coldstone. But David Inselberg at $458,000, sitting in fifth place on that final table. Or sorry, not at a final table yet. And well, it looks like we may have had an elimination already. And according to WSOP.com, the other big contender, that one, Vinny Huja, who came in a little bit short stack, has been eliminated according to WSOP.com. So he is out of there in 12th. So they are 2 away from reaching that official final table. But gotta like Bugahuni's chances on this one. Now, this is a good opportunity for him. And, Inselberg, a very solid player, too. I'm going to tell you what, they're going to have a hard time getting Dave's chips away from him.
Are you saying he doesn't bleed chips too often?
He doesn't. No, he does not. It's Dave is just a rock and an incredibly smart player. So we'll see if Inselberg and Hoonigan now, the remaining 2. I'm so glad that I wished.
Good luck.
I'm glad I wished all 3 of them luck, and one of them's already out today. But what are you going to do? But a nice battle there with Big Hooney and Dave Inselberg chasing a bracelet. So should be something there. Oh, look at this trouble guy, Captain Wicked Chops himself. Good. That man causes so much trouble in the poker world, but everybody loves him anyway.
He says what's on his mind quite often.
Yes, he does. He does. That's why they call it Wicked Chops. All right, so that is event number 9. And now, of course, we get to kind of the main event of the day. That is the Millionaire Maker. They're on a final table.
So today we're going to get down to someone's going to be the newest poker millionaire?
Someone is. And right now, the odds are looking pretty good that Stephen Grainer is that guy. Grainer out of Henderson, Nevada. This is unbelievable. And, I didn't get to read the chip updates on exactly how this occurred. I was working on some other stuff this morning. But Stephen Grainer sitting at a little over $12 million in chips. Second place is James Duke at $4.64 million. A massive chip lead for Grainer right now, as he's going to be starting off this final table. Andrew Tang at 4.3, Andrew Dick at 4.1, Bradley Anderson at 3.8, Jonathan Demick, who's had been towards the top of the leaderboard most of this last couple of days, at 2.8. Superstar Circuit Grinder Maurice Hawkins at 1.96, Jeffrey Coburn at 1.6, and Jason Johnson 1.2. So somebody's career is going to be made today. Just a little bit about Stephen Grainer. Grainer does have a few wins to his credit and has won about $350,000 in career earnings going into this final table, and obviously that number is going to get a nice little jump.
It's going to jump dramatically.
It's going to get a nice jump. Most recently, actually, first cash listed on Hendon Mob occurred in 2011. Took an 18th place at the 2011 Winter Poker Classic here in Las Vegas. Got a couple of wins out on the at the Deep Stack at Venetian and at the WSOP circuit. Has a couple other victories, another Deep Stack and Windfall Classic Flight 1 victory for him. This is a guy who is pretty experienced at reaching final tables and winning, and that's always such a key, Joe, is having been there before, at least maybe not at the World Series, but knowing how to finish a tournament off. So many players
don't know how to do that.
Yeah, they'll get that. They don't play the short-handed enough, and so they don't have the experience to really finish that at the end when they start getting 4 or 3-handed or even heads up. So this is a great opportunity for a guy who has won a few tournaments in the past to stick it to him. But I think the interesting part here, Joe, is just that massive chip lead. Put yourself in that spot for a minute. How do you handle that?
Oh wow! There's the correct way to play, and then there's the suggested way to play. The suggested way to play is you're supposed to attack and be the table captain, so to speak, and attack the small stacks and all that. But then there's the other thinking is that do you sit back and let these stacks kind of just battle it out? So there's this. I guess you would say the way I would probably play it. I would be aggressive, but controlled aggressive. I mean, I'm not going to be playing any 2 cards from the button, or I'm not going to be just raising to raise on a blind, because what people fail to realize is that the blind stacks, the short stacks, have a lot more power than you actually can give credit to them, because they're willing to play just about any hand within reason, because they need to make a move. So if you raise them, there's a really good chance that they're going to push all in. Now you have a decision to make where if there's another big stack at the table and you kind of pop him, he's going to think twice about getting involved with you because you can hurt him. Where the short stack, he's just looking to get it in, and he doesn't care who he gets it in with. He's just looking to double up. So I think you got to be really selective about where you take your shots when you're on the big stack. Because I remember back in the year that Robert Volkonian won, one of the gentlemen, I believe his name was Shipley from Great Britain, had a huge chip lead going into the final table and just self-destructed within the first hour.
Yeah, we saw that with Phil Hillman a little while ago on Jerry Yang's final table too.
So aggression wins poker tournaments, but controlled aggression wins poker tournaments. You just can't be aggressive because you're the guy with all the chips at the table, and you feel that people are just going to roll over to you. That's not true. The short stacks are probably going to go to battle with you because they have to find a spot, and if they find any hand, suited connectors, a face card of some sort, they're going to go in. And we all know the best hands don't always win. So,
a perfect example of pushing a short stack and trying to push around a short stack happened last year at the World Series main event, where we saw a player on the with I believe 11 to go who was down to 6 blinds, and someone just tried to pick him off with a crap hand, and ends up sending. And I'm trying to remember who it was off the top of my head. But ended up sending a player to the final table. It should have never been there.
Exactly.
You don't. I mean, the one thing that even looking at this with Grainer, right now Grainer's a little over 12 million, and obviously in a great spot. But take away, let's say he goes after Jonathan Dimmick, who's got 2.8. Well, you flip those, and all of a sudden Dimmick goes to about 5.7 million, and you're down to 9, just like that. And now you're within range of a James Duke or somebody like that being able to take another big chunk out of you. I think that there's something to be said for trying to knock people out, but at the same time you've got to do it in a smart way.
Exactly.
You want to get these guys out of here, and it's a little different dynamic, obviously, with a World Series of Poker main event where there's so much on the line trying to get to the November 9. But in this spot, you don't want to hand this thing away either.
Right. Medium to big stacks are more likely to fold to a raise from you than a short stack will.
Yeah. So I mean, don't. Obviously, every person you knock out, you make money, and that's great. But
it's like being in a bar. Don't pick a fight with the biggest guy in the bar.
Right.
And the short stacks are really the big guy in the bar. Don't pick a fight with them, because they will step outside with you. Where the medium to large stacks don't want to really go to battle with you, because they know, and you know, that if either one of you get into a hand and it turns bad for one of you, it's going to cripple you.
Right.
Yeah. Where the short stack is not worried about being crippled because he is already crippled. It's almost like the most dangerous animal is the wounded animal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's where I think you need to, if you get lucky enough to get deep in the tournament, don't just assume that the short stack is going to roll over. He's wounded, he's bleeding, or she's bleeding. They're going to fight back, and they're going to fight back ferociously.
Yeah, I never liked that philosophy of just calling somebody with a really small stack just to call them because you have the chips to do it.
Exactly. I'm the chip leader. I'm supposed to do this. No.
Look, I'll give them a blind. Okay, so I gave up a set of blinds and an ante.
Right.
So what? Okay, so I gave them. So now they've got 6 blinds instead of 5. Big deal. But what I got to worry is when they start getting to find a way to get to 12 and 20 and find their way back. I don't want people coming back.
And I think here's where I'll call them novice players or not as experienced players. Here's where I believe they make a mistake when they got a lot of chips. There's a difference if you're the big blind and a short stack raises you and it only costs you a couple of chips to call. At this point, no matter what you have, you're probably going to call. That's the right play there. But to raise or be aggressive towards your short stack with marginal, less than marginal hands is probably not the best play for you, because if they're in a pot, they're probably in a pot with something decent, which is probably has you dominated to begin with. Now you're the one that has to get lucky, or else what you've done now is you've just chipped them up. And then all of a sudden, the wounded animal has got some medical aid, and he's starting to feel a little better. The next thing you know, he's within 1 or 2 hands of being matching your chip stack. So you got to be real careful about how you play your big chips.
Yeah, so it's great to be in Steve Greener's position. I think everybody, if we were playing the Millionaire Maker, would love to be there, but he's got to use it right. Noah Schwartz going by. Noah, how you doing? Oh no! Wow, Noah Schwartz getting the shaft.
You think they told him, but he just didn't hear it?
I don't know.
I think they said, "All right, we're going to restart tomorrow." Is at 1.
Coin flip.
Yeah,
coin flip for Noah Schwartz. Pretty good head on his shoulders, though. I'll give him the coin flip on that. All right, so that's where everything stands at the moment. We do have play underway, so we'll get a few updates, and of course, bracelet. Hopefully, bracelet ceremony coming up at 2:15. I can't believe those guys are going to wait another day.
It should be multiple. It should be at least 4 bracelets being given out.
There'll be a few given out today, so we'll see who we can get down here to say hi to everybody. Let's see. I see Casinos Hammer in the chat box. Limit poker is very popular in San Francisco Bay Area card clubs. Yeah, I understand that. It's popular in a fair amount of card clubs.
He's responding to that limit poker is going by the wayside, I guess.
But I don't know. Not so much here.
No, this here is basically no limit.
Fire away, baby. There you go. Yeah. So, all right. So let's step back. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with more information and any updates we get. We'll see who starts flying around the hallways. It's one of those mornings where it's just kind of like, yeah, let's give away a couple bracelets. Let's chill out, have a good time. It is the Mark Hoke Show live on the air right now. You betcha. You betcha.
Who's Mark Hoke?
Well, that's me.
You're not Mark Hoke.
No, that's not. That's not Mark
I'm
Hoke.
Mark Hoke on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I know what Mark Hoke looks like.
I am Mark Hoke.
He sent me a friend request on Facebook.
That's me.
I think I accepted it.
Well, good. Thank you. You're a sweetheart. I hate rejection, so that's good. All right. Yeah, we're on right now. All right. So let's get to break, and we will come right back with more World Series poker excitement. Joe Payne joining me.
I am
along for the ride.
Or Mark Hoke on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Those that Ranger stuff. We just gotta find a way to light it on fire, and it'll be a great show.
No matter how much you light on fire, I have more at home.
All right.
I have a closet full of Ranger.
Very nice. All right, stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code Mark Hoke Show when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
He's got a big
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Missouri stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you.
Chicken?
12 years as a pro has
Which
taught
is
me
really
a lot.
good.
For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book,
chicken with
90,000
rice and
words. In Poker
pork
Tilt,
chops?
I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has
I
to
didn't have the
offer,
pork chops.
all the
They had
manic
pork chops,
highs
I
and
had
hellish
chicken.
lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now.
So you didn't get into a
Pokertilt.com.
beef
I
with
guarantee
security
you'll
about
enjoy the
you,
ride.
did you?
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Tough day at the Veld? Get off tilt and unstuck by escaping to the desert for an extreme off-road adventure with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals. We have the biggest fleet of off-road vehicles known in the universe. And since we know poker players aren't exactly early risers, we now offer after-dark tours for all you night owls. And don't forget to stop by the Mark Hope Show WSOP booth at the Rio to win a free Sun Buggy experience. Please call us 24/7 at 1-866-728-4443 and visit us at www.sunbuggy.com. Call us now and take the off-road ride of your life with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become 1, one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Whoops, our bad. Sorry about that.
We'll be back on.
We had the rejoinder and everything, and yeah, we're here. I promise. Welcome back to the Mark Hoke Show, everybody. We are live here, of course, the World Series of Poker, having a blast. It's just a real hootenanny.
So do you think our off-air conversation went out?
No,
Okay.
no,
Not that we're talking about anything. That
No,
was,
the mics are off. We're good.
Okay.
You know. But it is an interesting observation you put out there, Joe.
I was
It's kind of a
Mark and I were talking during the commercial break that I've been coming down here ever since it moved over from Binions, and being a local here, you get to kind of get a feel about where you need to park your car and what spots are available. And every day I've been coming in, getting in around a little bit after 12, which is past the starting time of the day's event, and there are still a number of good parking spots still left, which leads me to believe that it's not as busy as it normally is or should be. And Mark and I are wondering if this is a trend just because it's still within the first week of the World Series and will increase as we go deeper, or is this something that is going to be continuous throughout the 7 weeks? Any feel on that, Mark?
Well, I think you got a combination of two things going on right now. I think number one, the schedule today is not exactly what I would call conducive, to bringing a lot of players in. You got a pot limit. You got a pot limit tournament today, and then of course you got another 10K coming off as well. So it's not a day that I think is going to have too many people excited about coming down. And once you get past that first weekend with the Millionaire Maker, it is a little bit of a lull in there because we're still waiting for all the international players to start coming in. There's no hurry for them. And we kind of reviewed the schedule last night a little bit. We can take a look at that again. And just kind of looking at this, part of the reason why that it could be a light week is it's just not a ton of events that's going to make everybody stand up and go, whoa, I should be here. Today once again we got the no limit hit
pot limit.
I'm sorry, the no limit deuce 7 draw low ball. God, I can say it. We got a pot limit hold'em tournament today, and so that's $10,000 limited field. Pot limit probably going to limit the field a little bit. They got tomorrow, one event going off, Omaha High-Low Limit Tournament. So that's another exciting event for everybody. I'll tell you what, I would love to play that.
You like
I'll
that?
play. I'll play the limit. I'll play the limit in Omaha High-Low. Absolutely. That's not bad. There's nothing too terrorizing about that.
Except the buy-in.
Yeah, except the buy-in. No limit six-handed on Thursday, along with a limit deuce to 7 triple draw low ball. So you can kind of see that these few days, it's a little filler-in-ish kind of stuff. It's not anything that you're going to write home about and say, wow, this is the most 3 exciting days of the World Series of Poker.
But you would think that out of 52 weeks, this tournament runs 7. Don't you think that the people that made up this schedule could have maybe tweaked it a little bit to make it more conducive to
a possibility? But I will say this: there's a lot of other events going on
in town.
In town here too. Some big ones going on. MSPT's got an event. I think we have an event going on over at the Wynn. I think Venetian's running something. Well, Venetian's got the MSPT. So I think Binion's has their series. Golden Nuggets kicking off here. If they haven't kicked off yet, it's kicking off shortly. So there's a lot happening right now too that made it a little more conducive to people not coming over here today. So just you get a combo of a light schedule and some other events.
And there are a lot of other events going on. Did you see Chainsaw's text Twitter, where he kind of was giving the Venetian a hard time about closing down or not having enough tables on their Omaha event yesterday?
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, he tweeted that he sent somebody over there. They had, it was a $600 Omaha event, and he sent a friend over there to play. And when the player got there, they were told that they didn't have enough tables. And Chainsaw was kind of, and he kind of ripped the Venetian Poker Room, who quickly responded that all their tables were in use, and they just didn't have enough room. So it seems like the Venetian is drawing a lot of players. Binion's is having their classic going on. So you're in town, and a lot of people maybe don't have the kind of bankroll to be here playing every event. So they have a choice of playing 1 or 2 events here at the World Series, or being able to play 4 or 5 events at the Venetian or downtown at Binion. So maybe that's what's kind of, I don't know what to say, kind of dwindled the crowd a little bit here so far.
Yeah, and and it's good. And honestly, it's good scheduling on everybody else's part too. When they're, when these guys come to town, you're obviously piggybacking the crowd. But when you look at it and say, okay, what's going to be probably the weakest point to attack the World Series schedule, for lack of a better term, this wasn't a bad couple of days to do it. So a little bit of a slow night there. So Joe, if you want to grab that, I will. I can keep going there.
I'll be right back.
All right. So Joe's going to take care of some business. All right. So, that's what we're looking at this week. It's been, like I said, very, very quiet in the hallways this afternoon here at the WSOP. So we will, we'll keep you rolling on that. Just to break down some of the other events, the events going on today, and looking at event number 8, the Millionaire Maker. Pretty much your three favorites. Obviously, Stephen Grainer leading the way. Yulian Kolev and Jonathan Dimmick, probably the two other most well-known players in the field. Of course, lost some great ones yesterday. Thomas Fuller, Kirk Colbert, Brian Yoon, John Racner started dropping and dropping. But those are we do have the final table on that one. Event number 9, once again. Interesting, by the way, we forgot to mention on event number 9, the person who went out 13th yesterday.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
The person who went out event 13th on event number 9 yesterday
was
Renee Angelil.
Oh, Celine's husband.
Yeah.
Celine
Dion's husband got bricked out of there. So his life will not go on, at least at the poker table.
Is that a play on one of her songs?
You're here.
Oh, no.
There's nothing I fear.
Here's $20. Be quiet.
And I know.
All right, make it 40.
That my heart will
go on.
Go on.
Renee's a great guy. Know him personally. And I'm sorry I didn't see
I just
it.
got a tip. That's great.
A tip for not singing.
That is awesome.
Discontinue, please.
Yeah, and one other guy we forgot to mention that's in the Event 9 field still, though, is Dylan Lind, who's known as I'm a Lucksack online.
I'm a Lucksack?
Yeah.
Wow.
IMALUCSAC. I'm a Lucksack. Hey, it works. Guy's pretty good. So he'll be hanging around for event number 9 there. And, of course, event 10, it's all-star field here. But a lot of those guys, a lot of those big names actually on the short stack this time around.
Or gone.
So, would definitely imagine we're going to see Eli Lesra in there. Dan Kelly would be shocked to see them get out. But some of these other players towards the bottom, Friedman, Lissandro Parker, and of course Melissa Burr, down pretty low. So they're trying to hang in there and make something happen. See if we can up the star quality of that field a little bit. But I'll tell you what, I would not want to be looking at Eli Lesra sitting across from me in any tournament.
He's consistent. You got to give him that.
I mean, much less playing a mixed game tournament, doing an Omaha high-low. We saw the incredible talent of Eli Lesra on display last year when he took Daniel Negreanu to the woodshed playing triple draw. Just a brutal display of what he does every day in the high roller rooms here in Las Vegas. The man knows what he's doing when it comes to a mixed game. And, Daniel, as great a player as he is, just had no hope.
He got schooled?
He got schooled. So Eli Lesra, if he can come into this, maybe the last 3 or 4 players, decent amount of chips, it is going to be real trouble for everybody else trying to get past him. So should be some quality entertainment there with Eli Lesra possibly on that final table. Of course, event number 11, we did mention some of the big names in there. Noah Schwartz, Jason Wheeler, Cahalis, Olivier Bousquet, Will Fiella in there. Jen Schade walking by. It always breaks my heart when she leaves. You know what I mean? She's just a wonderful woman. Really is. Brilliant, too. So, yeah,
Amazon?
so it's... There it is.
Does
There's
it
your
say
question.
information?
No, it doesn't.
Does it say?
It says Mark Hoke Show. We're talking into microphones.
People, where's the bathroom? Where's the Amazon room?
Welcome to my 3-year hell, Joe. Happens all the time. All the time. All right. So, and apparently Casino Examiner put up a Millionaire Maker video, so good luck on that. Make sure you guys check that one out. Probably under J-Stat, I would imagine. So once again, your schedule for the day. 12 p.m. We already kicked off. That was the event 12, starting at 1 o'clock. The Millionaire Maker final table is underway. Also, the $1,000 no limit hold'em day 3, along with the $1,500 six-handed no limit hold'em. So, a lot of events kicking off at 1. But of course, they're finishing up. Event 2 starting here in just a couple of minutes, or event 10 with the.
I was going to say event 2 is over with already.
Yeah, that one's done. Event 13.
Rebuy.
Yeah, rebuy. Event 13, the $10,000 no limit Deuce 7 draw lowball championship. That will be starting at 4 o'clock. So we'll be probably seeing a lot of the superstars rolling in here around 3:30.
We saw Antonio just walk by 15 minutes ago.
He did.
Antonio, you did. You said hello to him.
Yeah, I did. And
Oh, my
I think
God.
I think he turned my way.
You think he turned?
I think
away?
he turned
He
my
did.
way.
He looked back. He nodded.
Oh, someday Antonio's going to realize just how awesome it is to be on my show.
Someday.
They sigh. Oh, so yeah, but like I said, it's a pretty quiet day. I mean, I don't really have, I know we're live, and sometimes things go crazy, and sometimes they're a little bit slow.
Hey, we actually haven't had anything exciting come by the booth. And
No,
we've been on air almost 50 minutes now, and usually there's always something interesting going by.
The best is All American Dave's staff keep going by, rolling it up, bringing the food, doing a great job. Hey, there's a happy guy. Of course, let's we can do real quick.
Who are the sponsors of the show, by the way?
Well, we got a bunch of them. You
want to share them with me?
I might. I'm trying to figure her out. I don't think she's structurally sound. Anyway, of course,
I didn't realize you were a construction inspector.
Well, it's one of those things. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be on KLAV 12:30 a.m. The Talk of Las Vegas, along with our shows, will be on at 3 o'clock on there. So we certainly appreciate you tuning into the show. We always have a blast on that. And we'll see who ends up being our featured guest. We're going to try and chase some people down and see who is taking the day off on Wednesday. Probably a good chance we're going to see some people taking the day off. Nate Dallin
Nate's got off
tomorrow. What was that? That was like
you ever see the
that was a drunk
Royal?
That was a drunk beauty queen.
No, the Royal. The Royal Wave. I don't know. Nate's got some blue blood in him, I guess.
I won't say what from, but anyway. But we'll be on KLAV 12:30 a.m. at Wednesday. Always Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific time on there. So please make sure to join us. And of course, coming soon.
Soon to be Fridays.
Yep, soon to be on Fridays as well. We'll be being on Sports 920 The Game, coming Friday nights in June. They're crazy enough to put us on drive time, Joe.
Can you imagine that?
Drive time.
We might prevent some accidents from happening, though.
Maybe we'll cause some.
I hope not.
And that was my big tangent I wanted to go on this morning, by the way.
But
before I get into the
you got sidetracked?
Yeah, I forgot about this one. Remind me about the tangent before I go on here. Of course, speaking of other events that are going on here in Las Vegas, coming up on June 29th through July 1st, the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour.
At the Golden Nugget.
At the Golden Nugget, June 29th through July 1st. Some pretty nice, inexpensive buy-ins for you, but a lot of packages to go to Aruba. You've been to Aruba a couple times, haven't you?
Many times.
Yeah, you get that little the UB connection-ish kind of thing, sort of blackjack tour thing.
Ultimate Blackjack Tour, not UB, but that's
right.
That's kind of a black eye to the poker community.
Yes.
I had no association with Ultimate Bet.
I meant to say Ultimate Blackjack Tour.
Right. Ultimate Blackjack Tour was different.
See, it's the same initials to it.
Okay.
It makes it a little difficult. You guys could have come up with like the Magnificent Blackjack Tour.
Well, think about there is currently a poker website that's called Ultimate
Poker,
which is
how
close is that?
I wouldn't have. I mean, well, I understand why that.
Because the Ultimate Fighting
Championship.
Because of Ultimate Fighting.
I think I've gone Magnificent.
Magnificent.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Something. Pentultimate. That's like you got ultimate, then you got penultimate.
Have you been on that site playing yet? Okay.
Yeah.
And have you played on Ultimate Bet when they were up and running?
I did play on Ultimate Bet when I was running. Yeah.
Does the software look very familiar?
A little.
Yeah, because I mean I haven't been on it, but I was told that they basically are using the same software that Ultimate Bet used.
No, it should have been working a lot better then.
Hopefully.
No comment.
Hopefully.
Anyway, my God, I'm going to get myself in so much trouble here. Final 9 Comic. Make sure you go to final9comic.com. Check out the great work by Anish Patel. Issue 1 is out. Issue 2 coming very soon. So if you want to see 9 become 1 way or another, and I have a feeling it will be one way or another.
We'll be down to 1.
It'll get down there, so check it out, Final 9 Comic. Good friends at Arctic Blue Cooling Towels. Joe, I'll tell you what, people dig these towels. They dig them. They have been flying out of here like crazy. Everybody's like, I got to have an Arctic Blue cooling towel.
I see the inventory has been replenished.
Yeah, we had to get some more out here. Make sure you check them out at arcticblu.com because it's not cool to be hot. You have 15% off plus free shipping with the code Mark Hoke Show. It's a pretty darn good deal there. Of course, our good friends with the Run Good Gear Lounge at rungoodgear.com. 10% off with the code Hoke. Find your Run Good.
How do you spell Hoke, by the way?
That was a typo there. And our great today. That was
How do you spell Hoke?
Hoke.
Okay.
Wow, I just saw that typo. That's not good. Look Good, Be Lucky, Blind Squirrel Apparel, 20% off with code Hoke at Blind Squirrel Apparel. It's built for the gambler, man, not just the poker player. Any gambling, including trying to pick up girls at the bar or whatever you need. Blind Squirrel's got it, so check them out. Of course, Team Poker Joker also here too with these really cool hats. 10% off with the code Vegas Hoke. Look at those sexy things, aren't they great?
Pretty good looking hat.
Grin and Win. It is a cult. I will keep saying it. It's a cult. It's like kind of reminds me of the Joker. He gets his acolytes going there. It's the same kind of thing. They're all a little cult. They're awesome though. Great people, very loyal to each other, and you'll find out why if you get on Team Poker Joker. So Grin and Win with them today. BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go? The best in website design. Call Bob Lusk at 522-820-5128. Get your website built right now with Blue Rail. And, of course, check out RogueWire.com where our show is housed right now. And say hi and check out everything happening there. The Grindettes are around. Make sure you're at Grindettes.com. We've got Poker Tilt, the new book by Dutch Boyd. It is an amazing book. Give it a read. PokerTilt.com. Global Poker Index. We have those guys. Nevada Poker League.
Who?
The NPL.
The NPL.
The NPL.
Best poker league in town.
You betcha.
Come out and visit us.
$50,000 in prizes, and it's all for free.
It is free to play.
Lots of cash flying. Lots of gift cards.
Cash flying. There's going to be a seat to the main event. Be given out on June 29th.
The main event is something.
Well,
I know. It's the main event. It's
the main event.
Yeah, so get on down there, play some events with the
main event that's got a
$10,000
$10,000 buy-in. You figure out where it is.
It's somewhere in this building.
It'll have about 7,000 to 8,000 players. It's 10,000 to enter, and it's called the main event. When the Nevada Poker League will be filling one of those seats up.
Off-tilt poker tables.
I think that's good enough, right?
I think that worked.
I think we didn't infringe upon any copyrights.
Or any narcs or anything like that. Off-tilt poker tables. Make sure you go to offtiltpokertables.com. We'll get you $300 off your table. I've got one. WSOP's got one. Deep Stacks has one. Mid-States Poker Tour has one. Everybody's got one. So why don't you go to offtiltpokertables.com? Say hi to Brian Knott and the team over there. Good friends, the Las Vegas Advisor.
Anthony Curtis.
AC. He's got to get those coupon books to me, man.
Yeah, he should be over shortly.
Oh, fantastic. So we'll have our coupon books to...
Yep. And you're going to be just giving them out to passerbyers, or how's that going to work?
Oh, we're not passing them out.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay. How do you get one?
Well, just come talk to me. We'll take care of it.
Okay.
And, of course, we are having our 1K main event satellite entry contest. So you can play in the $1,000 buy-in main event satellite here at the World Series of Poker. That's a pretty huge deal, man. That's a 1 in 10 shot.
And you can.
That's a 1 in 10 shot.
They'll win a seat to where will they win a seat to?
They'll win a seat to that main event.
That
same
main
event
that the Nevada Poker League is giving a seat out to.
Yeah, but
they can say.
See, but I didn't make them. I didn't make the World Series of Poker mad in any way whatsoever.
I don't think we made anyone.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Someone's just being a prick. But anyway, make sure you come over. You can either fill out the entry form online, right? Go on markhokeshow.com. Stop by the booth. We got a ton of entries for this so far. Plus, we're also giving away some other great prizes. We got some Mark Hoke Show T-shirts, courtesy of Run Good Gear. We've got weekly drawings for the Sun Buggy Fun Rentals.
That is something that I would like to do.
Chad Holloway winning the first gift certificate by sheer random draw.
He won one?
Yes.
Nice.
Dirty rat, I'll tell you what. But, great time. You can go up dune buggy riding just north of the city. It's really cool, and we love to have as many people go up as possible, videotape it, get those GoPro cameras out, strap them to your melon, and let's watch you crash. Have a great time.
Let's hope nobody crashes.
It's Sun Buggy Fun Rentals. Well, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, it is actually pretty safe.
You got a nice roll cage there, and you're falling into sand.
Let's hope the roll cage does not have to ever come into play.
Hopefully not.
I mean, a little lean.
A little lean. Yeah, that's all right.
A little
bouncy, bounce.
Little the head rolling. And
my prediction is Chad Holloway, when he drives one right into a sand dune,
Oh.
it's going to be like something out of a movie where he's just going to start driving and he's going to go forward and poof. That
Okay.
will be the sound it will make too.
poof. Yeah, that's what happens when you hit sand.
It's not going to be pretty. So maybe we'll get Chad to do a little video of his trip up to Sun Buggy Fun Rentals. But we want to thank them for supplying those prizes for us. Like I said, we'll give away one a week here at the World Series in that drawing. So make sure you stop by and get in there or sign up online. You could be playing for a shot at the main event.
Now, how many people can Chad bring with him with this dune buggy?
Oh, it's just his, so he's got to bring. Everybody else has got to kind of chip in.
Oh, okay.
But it's very, very
he gets the
reasonably
free ride,
priced.
but his guests have to.
Sunbuggy.com.
Sunbuggy.com.
You get all the information.
It's a
All
great
right.
day. Great
Yep.
day in the desert.
Oh, and almost forgot to mention double-digit covers too. And there's Ted Forrest, by the way. You should see. Wonder what Ted's doing.
Where's Ted Forrest?
He's standing right there. Bracelet winner going into the. That's him. That's him right there. No, that's not Ted Forrest. That's Jennifer Shahadi. Ted's going over to the desk over there.
Oh, I thought you were pointing to this guy here.
No, over there at the desk.
With the shorts on?
Hi, Jen. Okay. Yeah, we're on the air right now. Yeah.
No, we're just talking into Mike.
It's a simulation.
It's a test run.
I'm sorry. I was pointing at Mr. Forrest over there, and you just happened to intercept my point. Yeah. So you just get your bracelet. Let's go. We're waiting. Just get it done right now.
Are you sure that's Ted?
Yes.
You're 1,000% sure.
I am 1,000% sure.
It doesn't look like him.
It's him.
Okay.
Times change, brother.
You want me to go get him?
Hey, if he wants to come on now instead of attacking him after the bracelet,
Yeah,
whatever.
let me. I'll be right back.
Yeah, all right. So Joe's going to see if Mr. Forrest is available for a brief interview. Of course, Ted Forrest knocking off Phil Hellmuth earlier here in this World Series. Amazing night, denying Phil Hellmuth bracelet number 14. Hellmuth picking up bracelet number 6. Pretty cool effort there by Ted Forrest, as he came from behind to knock Phil Hellmuth off and take that down. Let's just give you a little reminder on what happened on that. That, of course, was event number 5, I believe. No, not the triple double. That was the 7-card Raz tournament. Event number 7, bringing that one home. So Ted Forrest, of course, looks like he's ready to get back in there again, but outlast an amazing final table. I mean, knocked off Greg Pappas in third, and of course we had David Bach, Brock Parker, Brandon Cantu on that final table as well. So pretty sensational effort by Ted Forrest. And he's stopping by, taking care of some business, and we'll be picking up his bracelet. We'll see. And usually bracelet ceremonies take place about 2:15, so we will try and see if we can get some of the bracelet winners coming down. Joe will be on top of that one. Well, once again, it's a pretty quiet day here at the WSOP. Like I said, light on the event schedule with a pot limit event and a 10K buy-in. So not going to be seeing too much action this afternoon. But the 12 o'clock start should be going on break pretty shortly. So we will see. No? Oh, wow. That was a hard no, too. Wow. Joe, you look like you got punched in the face. How'd that go?
He was not happy.
Oh. Well, I didn't do anything.
Neither did I. Just asked him if he wanted to do an interview, and he was like, no.
No. So Ted Forrest hiding. Okay. Well, so we won't have Ted Forrest on the show. That's kind of a disappointment. Oh, well, we can't win them all. But there's more players flying around here, so we'll see. We'll see who pops in later on today.
It was an abrupt no, too. I'm kind of shocked.
Oh. Maybe there's a reason. There could be. I don't know. But So we will have no Ted Forrest on the Mark Hoke Show.
At least not today.
Not today.
Maybe if you ask him.
I don't know. We'll catch up to him some other time. So I'll tell you what. While we're all these players are. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's stay on for right now. We'll till you disappear to head down to the bracelet ceremony. With are you gonna be cheering for Ted Forrest and clapping when he gets his bracelet?
No comment.
Okay, fair enough. Wow, he must have really bashed you in the skull.
He was. You know what? Let me not say what I really feel.
Okay.
It's just like I approached him kind of nicely too.
You're
Say,
disappointed.
Ted, how you doing?
You've met him before, right?
Yeah. I don't think he remembers though.
Obviously not.
Obviously not. He just was like, he was backing away from me too. It's like, maybe he's a King fan.
That's a possibility. You are alienating many people in here with that Rangers shirt.
I'm alienating you, not many people.
No, you got some New York fans in here. I will grant that.
You and the guy in the cafeteria who was like, "Hey, you're gonna be in about 7 games. You're gonna be wearing a King hat." That's what he said to me today.
Well, at least he gave you 3 wins. I don't know if I'd give you 3. I'm thinking 6.
Oh, we don't need 6 to win. We only need 4 games.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, Joe. Fair enough. Oh man, but yeah, it was just really.
It's not a best out of 9. Yeah, you got to win 2/3 of the games. 6.
I miss those days of the World Series of in baseball. They used to do that kind of crap. You used to have to win 5 to win a World Series for a little while. That was kind of odd.
3 out of 5?
No, you had to win 5.
Oh, you had to win 5.
Yeah, there were a couple of years you had to win 5.
Wow, I didn't know that. How many years ago was that?
That was a long time ago, Joe.
Well, as long as I've been.
I think it was when you were about a teenager or so.
That is not true.
No.
There
you go. All right. So,
well, who's your baseball team, by the way?
I'm Baltimore Orioles fan.
And your football team?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Basketball team?
Philadelphia 76ers. Enjoyed a great season there. Stunning.
Almost as good as the Flyer season this year.
Oh, whatever. No, there's no comparison on those 2 seasons. Jesus.
I made Ted go in a different direction than he was going.
Wow,
to.
I don't think you smell bad.
He's kind of. I told you it was yesterday or 2 days ago that I know him. He just made a U-turn on me. Wow.
So I guess we won't be seeing any Ted Forrest anytime soon. So you would think if after 10 years, being out of the spotlight, he'd love to have a chance to just at least say hi.
Well, maybe you should send someone else to get him because sending me did not work out.
I need to get some of the cute girls in here. Maybe that'll do it. I don't know. Pretty crazy stuff.
His
there,
picture that's online is not what he looks like.
No,
that's why
it's changed completely. Yeah, because nobody's put a picture up of him since he won bracelets in
he's
the heads up in 06.
He's missing some hair. That's what I was a little confused when you were pointing him out there. It's like that doesn't look like Ted to me.
Yeah, that was what kind of struck me too.
Well, actually, the last time I met Ted, he had a full head of hair.
Yeah, I mean, there's
and a personality.
There's not much you can do. Ooh.
Now he's lost the personality.
Oh, Joe.
I'm a little upset.
I can tell you're a little upset.
Yeah, it's just like, what did I ever do to this guy? Other than ask him.
They should challenge him to a heads-up duel.
No, I don't think that'll work.
Duel for roles.
I do not think that will work.
Maybe he'll come out to an MPL event sometime soon.
I don't
he does
think
live
that
in Las Vegas. Who knows? Could be in the hurt bag a little bit. Just picked up some coin now, but rejection is pretty tough sometimes in this game, isn't it? Oh. Sometimes people just shut you down like you wouldn't believe. See here's a mistake. See now, Ted.
That's not being a good ambassador for poker right there. We were talking very nicely about him yesterday. How he's won bracelets in 3 different decades, and I can understand if he was listening in and we trashed him, but we did nothing of the sort. Said that he was well adapted to change his game to accommodate winning in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s, and bam.
Oh well,
Ted, would you like to come on the Mark Hoke Show?
No. Some be salty.
Ted, just a short little interview. No.
No.
All this while he was making a U-turn.
You should have flipped him some coin, Joe. Maybe you pulled out some cabbage. I would have got him.
Well, give me that 20 back.
Oh my God!
I'm a little insulted. I will say that. I was just,
Well, don't take it personally, Joe. It's the way some of these guys are.
Yeah.
Now you know how Antonio makes me feel, but at least he teased me one year and said, "Yeah, I'll come over," and then he didn't.
He didn't. Well, I will guarantee you that I thought I'd be able to get Ted over here, and obviously I was an epic fail.
Congratulations!
Yeah, thank you.
Round of applause for Joe Payne,
but
everybody.
I will get you Antonio.
Okay.
Your job is to keep him once I get him.
Oh, I can keep Antonio here all day.
He could.
I bet I could.
Okay.
Well, I could try. Or else he'll be done in 5 minutes and be like, "Hey, I did it. Thank you." Who knows? Yeah, you'd run into some salty ones here.
I wonder who the president of the Ted Forrest fan club is.
I don't know. Should we look it up?
You think there is one?
You want to find out? I wonder if there's a Ted Forrest fan club. Let's take
Members
a look.
one.
See now.
Members one.
Now, unfortunately, Mr. Forrest has gotten us going. I certainly understand turning down an interview, but not in such.
Yeah, he could just said no, thank you. No, I'm on my way to the bracelet ceremony.
Let's see what we can do here. Let's punch that up. Well, hopefully, like Alex Bulletin will come over.
Does he have a Facebook page?
I don't think he's anywhere. Not getting. Hang on. Let's see if I get some results for Ted Forrest
fan club.
Let's see if we've got it.
Members. One.
It'll load sometime. Wow, that's cold.
He's got 3 kids. You'd think he'd have at least 3 members of the fan club.
Well, he really kicked you.
Yeah, he did. He speared me. Hockey terminology.
There no listing for under search of Ted Forrest fan club.
Obviously.
So that.
And I won't be starting one. That's for sure.
No. Nope. No Twitter.
No Twitter.
No Twitter. No.
Well,
no.
He probably has nothing to say. That's why no Twitter. No reason to come over here.
I guess he's very quiet.
Did you think maybe he thought I was going to ask him for a loan, knowing that he's about 120,000 ahead of where he was 2 days ago?
I don't know. I mean, it's the Rangers thing. Maybe he thought there was a mob New York stuff going on.
Yeah, Hey. Maybe he was
maybe
being approached by Tony Soprano.
Yeah, maybe next time you got to point over to the booth as you do it.
Over there. See that little guy over there?
It's safe. We're not going anywhere.
It's a safe guy. He's not going to hurt you.
I'll clean out my pockets.
I'm Mark Hoke's muscle.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
Jesus. Wow. The Ted Forrest crush ball.
I might not come back tomorrow because of this. I'm hurt.
It's okay, Joe.
Not really.
You'll get over it. I promise.
I think
Ted might be calling you right now.
He's apologizing.
That's unbelievable. So Ted Forrest blowing us off here, but that's all right. What are you going to do? All right, so bracelet ceremony. Well, Joe, actually, bracelet ceremony is kicking off here in just a minute or two.
Yeah, let me go. Let me go.
Are you going to
cheer
boo?
For Ted?
Are you going to boo?
Ted Forrest.
Phil should have won. Phil should have won.
Phil should have won.
I got 5. I got a 5 ball if you start that chant. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh. That's all right, Joe. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. So go in there, cool down.
I have a bruised ego right now.
I'm sorry to say.
Trying to help you out.
I know. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a commercial break. I'll let you
cool down.
I'll let you go get some rotten vegetables and
tomato. I'm going to go to the kitchen and get a tomato. That's it.
Oh, my
Will this be
God.
the first bracelet winner to get beaned by a tomato?
Wow, that'll get you 86 in a hurry.
Yeah.
Be careful, Joe.
Yeah,
be careful.
I can't.
All right.
I gotta be too careful.
Okay, let's get a break in.
We love you, Ted.
And hopefully Ted will be in a little better mood.
Is my nose growing?
And Joe be in a little better mood.
Maybe he thought I was going to interview him about something to do with Ultimate Bet.
I don't know.
I think he was one of the investors on Ultimate Bet. So,
okay,
maybe he thought.
All right.
To talk to
it's okay. All right. Well, let's take our second commercial break, and we'll come right back. We'll see who's braceleting down there, and we'll get somebody nice to join us.
Okay.
Not saying that we, I
Hey,
don't know.
what are you
Ted,
trying to
I
say?
don't know Ted personally, so I can't say for sure.
But you're drawing
But
an
I just-
influence.
We have a little influence on there, so maybe Ted just had a bad moment. We'll find out.
I hope
All
so.
right, so stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker fell. So go there now with the promo code HOKE. That's HOKE for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes?
The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts.
Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's a comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become 1, one way or another. final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Missouri stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and I stayed on camera there too just for fun. But we are back here live from World Series of Poker. A little bit of a quiet day today, but certainly no lack of excitement for what's happening on the tables. We've got a couple bracelets that are going to be up for grabs today. And, maybe saying hi to Alex Bolton. Will not probably be saying hi to Ted Forrest at some point, unfortunately. Mr. Forrest has apparently made a determination very quickly that he will not be doing an interview. But that's all right. Not everybody comes on the show. I understand. All right, but let's take a look at what is going on right now here at the World Series of Poker. First, we will head over to the Millionaire Maker. $1.3 million for first place on the line. And, of course, Stephen Grammer was holding the lead. And, well, how about that? James Duke is now the leader of the Millionaire Maker. Looks like he and Mr. Grammer got themselves in a little bit of a hand. And James Duke now at $9.5 million. Looks like doubles up through Grammer pretty early in this tournament and has taken the lead. So a tough break there for Grammer. Let's see if we get the hand I would assume is going to be posted here. Let's see if we can get the information on that real quick for you. Let's see if we can find out that one for you. All right, and looking for this big one that took place, and there it is. So Grammer opens for 160,000, 170 middle position. Fold around. Anderson picks up blinds. Oh, I'm sorry. Grammer opens 160 for middle position. Duke re-raises to 425. Comes back over to Granner, who tanks for about 30 seconds, makes call. 8-3 deuce rainbow flop. Granner bets 375. Duke takes second and raises to $2 million. Granner goes all in. Duke calls. Granner with an ace-5 of spades, so calls it with a gut shot straight draw. Duke with kings and no help coming. And boy, that is a huge risk. Oh my goodness, what a way to give away your lead on the Millionaire Maker. But Stephen Granner did it, and James Duke with the kings are going to hold up, and Duke is now your chip leader in the Millionaire Maker on a stone-cold bluff. That is a tough giveaway right there. And that was what we were talking about earlier. You just, don't splash chips around and don't do anything crazy at this point. You're holding a massive lead with an opportunity to put, $1.3 million in your pocket. And Stephen Granner made what it looks like a pretty bad decision. Sometimes those bluffs are just not the thing. And, and when you're looking at, what's going on with some of these guys, fairly amateur players, to getting involved in a hand like that. I mean, you had to expect he had a huge hand. You had to. So, gonna have to say not the best decision on Stephen Granner's part, as James Duke has now taken the lead here in the Millionaire Maker, as these guys chase $1.3 million. We'll take it over to event 9, the No Limit Hold'em event. We'll pull that one up for you here, let you know what's going on. And I'll hit the correct button as well. That's always going to help. Da-da-da! Always going live, kids. The risk you take. There we go. Finally, event number 9. Get the chip counts for you. And, of course, that one just getting started. But thanks to a big hand for Chris, couple big hands for Chris Hoonigan, and Big Hooney is now your chip leader, $1.25 million. So he managed to crack that top 2, and has now taken a decent lead on Frank Patty. Patty now in second place at $1.2 million. Danny Wynn now in third. Chris Halgo in fourth. And a couple of the guys got eliminated. They are on the final table officially, by the way. Cornel Medes from Romania out in 10th. Dylan Lind out in 11th. So Dave Insberg still in there, 392. Chris Hoonigan taking the lead on the Millionaire Maker the No Limit Hold'em event number 9, $1.25 million. So best of luck there, as Big Hooney has been there before. Was there last year, so close. But this time around, I think he's might play a little bit differently and see what he can do about winning that bracelet. They are down to 17 now on the event number 10, Limit Omaha High-Low Split 8 or better event. Vyacheslav Ortinsky still leading the way at 862,000. Elliot Lesra listed at 530. Not sure who got knocked out. Like I said, they are listing 17 remaining, but kind of hard to say they have not taken that name off the board yet. So you still got Elliot Lesra up there. Burr, Lissandro, Parker, Friedman, the other 4 really big names right now are listed 15th through 18th. So kind of hard to say where those guys are at right now. But Elliot Lesra being at the top of that board, pretty dangerous. So we'll see if Elliot Lesra can capture another World Series of Poker bracelet. Should be a very exciting event number 10 going on there. Event number 11, the No Limit 6-handed event. Still playing out, and we'll see where we are on that event. 99 players remaining, and Christopher McNeil is your new leader, 187,000, at least according to what we've got, players reporting. Ryan Hemmel, 170. Niall Mettelman, 170. Jason Wheeler is, according to this count, has now moved up to 5th. So Jason Wheeler making a nice run here. Noah Schwartz is up to 8th. So Noah Schwartz, of course, a former bracelet winner, looking to try and do some damage here as well. Ming Lee doing well. Erica Halis also in 17th right now. Kerry Katz listed in 20th. Bousquet listed in 21st. So these guys got to, between the chip reporting and my Stack app, guys got to keep these numbers rolling in. But it is officially, at this point, 99 left in event number 11, the No Limit 6-handed event here at the World Series of Poker. Other 2 events just getting started today, so still, obviously no point in reporting on those. Somebody's going to be very lucky that they're the first one to report their stack and they're the leader. So that's where we stand right now. But a shocker to start off the Millionaire Maker today. A gut shot straight draw bluff takes the chip leader out of play for a little bit. So, that's just amazing. I just, you caution about being over aggressive with holding that top chip stack. and knowing your players. I mean, I think that's something, a lot of times when people are in these tournaments, and whenever you're playing a tournament early and you get a big chip stack, you tend to forget about the other factors that go into what's happening, other than the fact that you've got a lot of chips, and if you've got a lot of chips, you're supposed to do this or do that. But a lot of it is player dependent, and you really have to be careful on what you're doing, or else you put yourself in a spot like Granner did here, really hurting himself. Obviously still in contention to win the tournament. But when you've got an 8 million chip lead and you decide to throw it away, can't really condone that play too much. So we do have an elimination off the table, by the way. Maurice Hawkins, a very popular circuit grinder, has been knocked out in 9th place, and that's good news for the table. Maurice Hawkins, a very tough player, and Hawkins out of there in the 9th spot. So we're down to Duke, Granner, Teng, Dick, Anderson, Dimig, Coburn, and Jason Johnson playing for that Millionaire Maker Championship and $1.3 million. Unbelievable. All right, so like I said, bracelet ceremony should be taking place here. We'll see who's stopping by. It's, like I said, been a very, very slow day in the hallways for us. Unfortunately, normally we're able to pick up some players as we're moving forward, but it's just been not a lot of events and not a lot of people here at the Rio today, unfortunately. So it's been a pretty dead afternoon for us. But like I said, we'll see if we can make it up and get you a bracelet winner or two. And, just give you an update on those bracelet winners. If you haven't been paying attention, of course, we had the casino employees event that took place where Chad didn't win. So nice job by Roland winning that one. Vanessa Selps, of course, winning the Mixed Max No Limit Hold'em event number 2, defeating Jason Moa. 2 great comeback to get to the Final Four, and then 2 incredible comebacks to win 2 heads-up matches to take that one down. So Vanessa Selps winning event number 2. We have event number 3, won by Brandon Shack Harris. We got to have Brandon on the show a little while ago. Brandon Shack Harris defeating Morgan Popham, heads up to win event number 3, the largest pot limit Omaha tournament in poker history. 1,128 players. Congratulations once again to Brandon Shack Harris. Event number 4, No Limit Hold'em event. And that one taken down by Kyle Cartwright, a guy who is very much a grinder out there on the circuit and plays as many events as he possibly can. Managed to end up heads up with Jason Pastor. Lon Schwartz got in a little bit of trouble there, and Pastor ended up being the one going heads up. We really expected Lon to be the heads up guy on this one, but Kyle Cartwright taking down that bracelet and wins event number 4. We go to event number 5, the Deuce to 7 Limit Triple Draw Low Ball event. And that one won by Tuan Lee. Of course, Tuan Lee and Justin Bonomo, 2 guys looking for their first bracelet. Tuan Lee's been around the game for a while and finally breaks through and defeats Justin Bonomo. Ellie Lesver coming in 3rd, Nick Schulman 4th, George Danzer 5th, and Phil Galfon 6th. Probably your toughest final table that we've seen so far here at the World Series of Poker. We go to the No Limit Hold'em Shootout. And, of course, that one won by Alex Bulletin. Should be down receiving his bracelet today. We'll see if we get to say hi to him. And a very, of course, intriguing finish to that one with Dimitar Janchev. Stanchev tried to pull a stone-cold queen-high bluff to get Bulletin out of there. It did not work. Bulletin never fell behind in that one, and the Ivy Poker Pro wins event number 6 easily, taking down that No Limit Hold'em Shootout event. Of course, the 7-card Raz we were just talking about a little while ago, Ted Forrest defeating Phil Hellmuth heads up. Hellmuth denied bracelet number 14 as Ted Forrest comes from behind. Pretty good heads-up matchup. Forrest taking the lead, Hellmuth coming back again, but it was all Ted Forrest winning bracelet number 6 on that one. And, speaking of that wrap-up, about time. I'll tell you what, we got Alex coming on here. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, we'll take care of it quick. But we welcome Alex Bulletin, bracelet winner. Congratulations. Way to go. About
What's
time.
Up, Poker World?
I'll tell you what, a long quest for you to get there. I mean, you've been there so many times.
Too long.
Oh, I mean, how much of a relief was that for you to bring that one home?
Just like I was telling Mark, this is probably like having your first child. This is, it just feels like my birthday. It's absolutely great.
You almost look like you're going to cry, which is okay.
I'm
You're
a
allowed.
man.
You're allowed. It's all right.
No tears, but
Now, I'll tell you what.
This is one of the best moments of my life.
So take us through that final table, and you had the wild hand there with Josh Aryeh, and then it just kind of went from there. But take us back to that moment.
Yeah, I gotta thank the poker gods for smiling upon me and letting me run pure. Josh really should have won that tournament. I got real lucky. We both had big stacks, and forehand that he opened under the gun, aka in the cutoff, and I 3-bet aces in the big blind. He called, flop came queen 10-7 with 2 hearts. I bet he raised me, and I don't know. I decided, after some thought, I decided to go with it. He had a set at 10, so he had me in real bad shape, and I got real lucky to spike an ace in the turn.
Did you have any thought of laying that down?
Yes, but it was a very borderline decision. I don't know if it was correct. A good chance it wasn't. But I thought he could have top pair. There's a lot of draws there. If he has king jacks, I have blockers. I mean, it was borderline.
But it worked out. It worked out okay. and of course, you get the heads up and didn't lose the chip lead the whole way. I mean, that's got to feel good to never fall behind on the way to that bracelet.
Absolutely. It feels great. Like I told Mark, my opponent is a great player. He's a PCA main event winner. He's very accomplished. He knows exactly what he's doing. So basically the deck ran my way.
Were you surprised to see that bluff at the end?
A little bit. I mean, I checked the turn to induce, but on the river I actually gave it some thought because I didn't think he would bluff all in. I thought if he would bluff maybe like half his stack. So he did give me pause on the river, but I was hoping he has queen jack, jack 10 for a missed draw. And I showed weakness by checking, and it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out because you got a gold bracelet in your hand right now. God, that just missed you. Look at that. There you go. You want to show that to everybody at home? We're on camera, by the way.
Are we?
Yeah.
It's a thing of beauty.
Look at that. And, I mean, such a long quest for you to get there. But now, you got it out of your way. Now you can go for a second one, right?
That's the game plan.
But I know a tremendous amount of respect for your game and around the poker community. I'm sure you had great reaction to after it was all over.
Absolutely. Like I said, it was like having a birthday. So many people called me, sent me texts, congratulated me in the halls all over the place. It's a holiday in Alex's household.
There you go. Well, I know you're playing an event right now, but I do appreciate you stopping over real quick to be on the show. And I tell you, it's a very well recognized and respected win. Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you very much.
You got it. We'll see you around the World Series a little bit more, I'm sure.
Thank you.
This guy knows how to do some damage at a table. Ivy Poker Pro Alex Bulletin coming in, and yeah, he's still carrying the bracelet. He didn't even get to put it on his arm yet. I'm sure he probably kind of wrapped it around a little.
That was a better interview than Ted would have given you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so. I'm still a little butthurt about that.
Oh, God. Yeah, but that's a great win. I tell you what, Alex is one of the most respected players out there. And, to finally see him get that bracelet after all those World Series final tables, I went so close so many times. I mean, you got to – I mean, obviously when these guys win a bracelet, they're very emotional and they're excited. But you could just tell there was something a little extra just because of how long and how hard he had to fight for that thing.
As we were walking over, he was telling me that he doesn't have any children, but he said this is probably how good you feel when you have your child is born. And I said to him, well, I don't know that feeling because I don't have any children, but I would like to get that feeling with a bracelet one day. I mean, obviously, I think I'm too old now to have any children, but he seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, he is just so well loved out there, and to see Alex finally bring one home. I mean, that's it's been. I think I forgot the number of final tables he's been at. It's a bunch, and has come so close so many times. As one of the more talented players you're ever going to see. I mean, he's not an Ivy Poker Pro if he's a slouch, that's for sure. So big congratulations to Alex Bulletin, bringing home a bracelet and showing it off on the air.
Yeah, and he was very personal. Hey, Alex, can spare 5 minutes? He goes, I will, but if you want me longer, I'll come in after the tournament's over. So he was even willing to.
Yeah, we'll get him back.
Yeah, we'll get him back, and and he made wise choices as to where he lives. He lives in New York City. That's a wise choice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He's got a little extra money now too.
Yes, he does.
To be able to afford to live in New York City,
and a lot of extra cred too. Not that he needed much of it anyway.
No.
But it's just that just validates you, and of course beating Josh Aryeh in that hand.
Maybe that
thing was huge. I mean, we remember because Josh really was on his way to taking complete command of that tournament.
Flopped a set of tens.
I mean, Josh was out in front in the chip count, and if he took Bulletin out, it was probably over.
And it's interesting when you asked him if he contemplated folding his aces there. A player of Josh's caliber, he could be making a move on the pop, but there is a possibility he flopped a set or he's on a huge nut flush draw, and the option was he did actually flop a set of tens. Tough call there. The call with the aces there. I mean,
well, and the interesting, and the other interesting hand. Not that there weren't other ones during the tournament, but the final hand, Bulletin had to sniff out a bluff.
Right.
And to credit, going in on a bluff for all your chips for a bracelet takes a lot of balls to do that. I mean, and I'm sure there's people out there that are going to sit there and say, why would somebody do that? That's just an idiotic maneuver, to take that chance. But, he almost got Alex to lay it down. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. So, you got to give Donchev credit for having the courage to make that play, but even more so for Bulletin to sniff that out. He had top pair in the hand and light kicker and still went for it.
Right.
So.
And it's similar to what we were talking about as far as, being aggressive with your large stack. When Josh made that move, Alex had a pretty large stack too, and so did Josh, and contemplated. That's why it's always dangerous to go to battle, so to speak, with another large stack, because one of you are getting crippled.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, he was fortunate enough for the ace to spike on the turn, and pretty much propelled him to. He never, like you said, he never relinquished the lead once he got all those chips.
Yeah, that's an incredible job. So, but good to see Alex win. I mean, like I said, he's one of the nicest guys you're going to find in poker.
And he was, a lot nicer than another person who got a bracelet today.
Well, there you go. Wow.
I'm not over it. So
I know you're not.
Don't even ask me if I'm over it yet.
I know you're not over it.
There's two different ways to say no. There's the polite way, and there's the Ted Forrest way.
Ooh, there you go. That'll sound good in the podcast.
Is that going to be edited out? Or not?
I doubt it. But we, once again, we did have a, and speaking of the, the chip stack situation, Joe, while you were away, we did have Stephen Cranner trying to make a play and ended up giving up the chip lead.
No.
I was just telling everybody about the hand. He ended up trying to make a play with a gut shot straight draw. And
that missed, obviously.
And missed, and was trying to get cute against James Duke's Kings, and the Kings held up. So Duke came into that hand, had come into this tournament second place.
Right.
And this is exactly what we're talking about. Granner with 12, a little over 12 million. Duke with about 4.8. So you've still got the guy 3-1. You don't have to mess with the guy.
Exactly.
Yet.
Exactly what we spoke about.
So he decides to end up getting in a hand where he's mixing it up, or he's risking some chips that he didn't have to risk, and now all of a sudden James Duke is on top and Granner's in second place.
Yeah, they swap spots.
Yeah, and Granner goes down to 7.5 million. swings Duke up to 9.5, and you don't think of that and those numbers until all of a sudden it actually happens, and you're like, Jesus Christ! I just went from an 8 million chip lead to 2 million behind.
10 million difference. Big swing.
And that's a lot of money difference too that you could be costing yourself too.
It's, table awareness is one of probably your key tools in a poker tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of table awareness, this is really funny, because once the moneymaker era happened, for the 2 or 3 years following that, there was a lot of dead money, so to speak.
There was.
Out here in the World Series. And obviously the players have gotten smarter. But being aware of your situation, yesterday during the six-handed event, there was a player. I'm not going to mention his name. I actually don't really know his name because it was just tweeted by another player. And I guess this player's table got short and they condensed it and moved him to another table. And when he sat down, he said to the other 5 players, he goes, "Wow, we're really going through players really quick. As I walked in here, every table is only half full." So talk about being aware of not only of the situation at your table. This gentleman wasn't aware he's playing a six-handed event. Of course the tables are going to be half full.
Mind your surroundings, as Raz Al Ghul would say.
Yeah, I mean, how stupid well, I wonder, I wasn't there, so I don't know if anyone...
I saw the tweet. I did
see
a tweet about that.
So it's, wow.
Incorrect, sir.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
We did also lose another player in the Millionaire Maker. Andrew Dick is out.
That's such a dick.
So two players now eliminated. So they're down to 7 already on that Millionaire Maker. Short stack Jason Johnson's at 1.2 million. Those blinds, and we're probably going to see a couple more eliminations.
What are the blind levels at right now?
The blinds are 50,000, 100,000
wow.
with a 10,000 ante. So it's costing you a good 220, 230,000 to play your rotation.
50 and 100. 50,000, 100,000?
50,000, 100,000 with a 10,000 ante.
With a 10,000 ante, wow.
Yeah. So
yeah.
a million,
about two,
1.2 million stack. Yeah, not so much at this point.
About 220,000 per orbit.
It's painful.
Whoa.
It's painful. So Jeffrey Coburn there at 1.6 and Jason Johnson 1.2. They're waiting for something. They better show up. That bus is going to pull out of the station pretty soon. But
train's about to leave, huh?
Yeah, but James Duke is your current leader of the Millionaire Maker. I honestly, I didn't think we were going to be saying anybody else's name today. An 8 million plus chip lead. Never thought we'd even see a switch.
But so be it.
Oh well. So
it's funny. It's like we played Kreskin there. We had a conversation about what you should do when you have a pretty large chip lead. It's not.
He didn't listen.
He did
not.
He
lives in town too.
If he walked by and stopped by, maybe we would have lit a bulb off in his head.
Give him a hug or something.
Yeah, there's no reason to do that.
Just try to help the dude out.
I'm not saying to stand pat, but
that's why you got to listen to the Mark Hoke Show. Because of course we're sitting out here and we know exactly what we're doing at all times for all these players that are sitting there at the table. But we were right.
This time.
This time. All right, so we'll see if we can get any more for about a couple of events, and then we're going to wrap this one up.
We're wrapping it up today.
Wrap that up for the afternoon.
But you will be back tonight at 6:30.
We should be.
Should be.
It's a little quieter. It's really quiet around here tonight.
It's been quiet the last 2 days.
Might be time to play the 6 p.m. deep stack on that.
Oh. I will be at Elixir tonight at 6 p.m. You ought to stop by.
Oh, is Sissy telling you about putting the toilet paper roll back on the peg? Is that what you're getting lectured about tonight? Maybe being a little more romantic?
I don't get lectured at home.
No?
I just get instructed.
Oh, okay.
Do this. Go there.
Big difference on that one.
Yeah.
Wow. By the way, this one, holy cow. Now they're
Holy
listening.
cow. You sound like Phil Rizzuto.
They're listening at 5 in the No Limit Hold'em event. They have not gotten some names cleared off the board here. Big Hooney was up at 1.2 million. He's down to 415. So you had taken the lead, and just like that lead is gone. Danny Wynn
lost 2/3 of his stack.
Yeah, he's at 1.3. Frank Patty has just been kind of sitting there hanging around 1.1. Chris Halgo has moved up to, at least according to his chip counts, Halgo at 650, Joe Fontana at 600. Vergara has fallen down to 490, Hooney 415, Jeff Smith 400. But according to the number count, it says 5 players are left. This is giving me 7. So not sure exactly what's happening in there.
There is always a little bit of a delay between the update and the actual players.
But we lost. But David Inselberg has been not eliminated in 9th place. So Mr. Coldstone is out. So apparently I'm putting the kiss of death on everybody with my tweets and Facebook.
Is Mr. Coldstone, is he the gentleman who owns the Coldstone
I don't believe
ice cream
so.
places?
I don't think Dave owns that.
Okay.
Yeah. Brad Lisbon listed out in 8th. So a few players have been eliminated. And by the way, Kevin O'Donnell and Darren Kennedy, you are not in this final 14.
Were they expected?
You are incorrect with the MyStack app.
Oh,
that's the one issue with the MyStack app. You got to make sure that when you use the MyStack app that you put in the correct event that you are playing in.
You can update it, but you might go to another event.
See, now I would say I would not advocate putting your name in the wrong event, but it would be kind of cool to see your name in the Millionaire Maker draw, wouldn't it?
Put it in there right now. Update yourself. Yeah, there is no checks and balances to that. Is that
sneak in there? About 3 players left.
That would be like that girl. I think her name was Rosie Ruiz.
Yeah,
who you remember that?
The Boston Marathon.
No, New York Marathon.
Or New York Marathon.
Yes.
Oh, wasn't it Boston Marathon?
I believe it's New York Marathon. Who took the subway?
Rosie Ruiz. Yeah.
Rosie Ruiz, who took the subway for a good portion of the race. Got off at a stop and ran the last couple of miles.
Yeah, that was pretty tricky.
Yeah, I can't believe you remember that.
Oh yeah, I'm old enough to remember
Rosie
that.
Ruiz, I believe New York City Marathon, right?
No, Boston Marathon,
It
84th in 1980.
Really, I could have sworn it was.
She was declared the winner,
but she didn't run it. Well, she did, partially.
How'd you like to be her husband, by the way? Because man, you just never know if she's faking it or not.
Oh,
that was a great performance.
Wow.
Yes, I said that. That's all right.
Once a show, you always get some sexual thing somehow.
Oh, are you talking about that? I was just talking about casual conversations in the house.
Yeah, okay. Like instructed, Joe. What were you instructed to do today?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's hilarious. But anyway, so some wild happenings going on. I got to tell you what, a little bit slow here at the tables, but in terms of the action happening in these rooms right now, we have got some amazing tournaments going on. A few final tables taking place, and actually we should be got event 9 and event 10 has got to be getting pretty close too. So if you want to come down to the Rio and see some final table action, we've got the Millionaire Maker, we've got event 9 and event 10 should be sneaking up to get in there. We have, according to the big board here, lost Jeffrey Lissandro and Perry Friedman. Hopefully Lissandro fights with Perry Friedman in the hallway or anything.
I was going to say, did you ever find out what the Lissandro Cotter thing was about?
I've got to do a little more digging and see if any other interviews were out there. We'll get Jeff on the show sometime when he's cooled down a little bit to talk about it.
I'm sure he's cooled down already. I'm sure it was over and forgotten by 15 minutes after it was over.
Yeah, but not a lot of, not too much movement otherwise, because Lissandro and Friedman were on the short stacks. Just see if any names did a big jump. Brock Parker got a few chips, so he's getting up the board. Oh, wait, no, we did have one big movement. I apologize. Melissa Burr has jumped up to second place. She was on the short stack, but she has now gone up to 530,000, and it's listed currently tied with Elliot Lesra for second. So
they didn't listen to us. The big stacks are giving the short stack some chips.
Yeah, so Melissa Burr has gone up the board, and boy, with a great story with that. Obviously another female bracelet winner, but given the personal things that happened to her, for her to be able to come back and possibly win a bracelet on a day like this, what an amazing day that would be for her.
Few and far between. Do you know how many, other than the women's event, how many females have won a World Series of Poker bracelet? Do we know?
I have a little book that actually lists that over there. It's in the WSOP media guide somewhere.
Okay, well,
so there's another trivia.
The trivia question. Anyone knows?
There's another trivia question for us.
Shout out to us. How many women?
All right.
How many women have won a bracelet other than the obviously women's event?
Jack Ethel keeping things under control in there.
I bet you he would probably know the answer to that.
He might right off the top.
Right off the top of his head. Oh, Nolan Dollar would definitely.
Nolan would know in a heartbeat.
I know Andy Duke.
We stumped Nolan Dahl last year, though. Asked him how many doctors have won a. We had a doctor win a bracelet last year. And we asked him how many doctors have won a bracelet. No idea.
He didn't know the answer.
Didn't know the answer.
Did you eventually find out the answer?
Nope. I think that's one just went by the boards. We can ask him sometime though.
By tomorrow's show, I will have the answer to how many women have won a bracelet other than and without looking at this book.
Without looking at the book. All right, there you go.
I'll do a little research.
All right.
Are you absolutely sure that it's in the book?
It's in the book.
Oh, then it's really not a big thing then.
Yeah.
Unless you don't have the media guide.
If you don't have the media guide. Media guide is awesome. Okay, so there you go. We got Alex Boateng stopping by.
Yep. Ted Forrest not stopping by. I swear, if he walks by, I'm going to say, "Hey, Ted, thanks for the interview, by the way. It's very polite of you." I think I'll be over by tomorrow. I fester a little bit.
That's okay.
God, it's just like I was.
He's done, kids. He is in the tank. But that's all right. Hey, great job getting Alex over here, though. That's perfect.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. So come on down, guys. We got 3 final tables you'll be seeing today, along with a couple other great events. We got another 10K kicking off this afternoon. So some great duels coming up here at the World Series of Poker. A lot of money be given away. 3 bracelets. Oh, it's going to be an awesome afternoon.
I'm going to actually call a friend of Ted Forrest that I know.
Okay.
I'm just going to say to him, is he a dick all the time?
Oh, there you go.
Or just...
This might up being a subject on KLAV tomorrow. Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
I got a new nickname from him besides Suicide King and Backwards Professor.
Woo.
Dick. I believe some of these guys have this entitlement thing that they drag along with them. And I think he thinks that he's been around such a long time and now has his 6th bracelet, and he's in a very unique class of poker players, and I think maybe he thinks that he is above us.
Well,
who's this guy? Who's this guy, Mark Hoke? Who's this guy, Joe Payne?
He hasn't
want to talk to me?
He hasn't won.
Call my agent.
Hasn't won since 2006.
Here you go. I bet you in 2011 he would have talked to us.
Maybe
even 6 months ago he would have probably talked to us.
And everybody was, and it was funny because Nate was on here. Oh, I hope Phil loses. I bet you if Phil wins a bracelet, he's going to be sitting right in this chair.
Absolutely. He'll sit in any chair that's got a mic and a camera in front of it.
Guarantee you that Phil will sit here in this chair with me.
Okay, that's a guarantee.
So,
all right.
Well, there you go.
Well, I hope Phil wins because I'd like to have him on the show.
Okay.
He is entertaining.
We'll get him on anyway. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us.
We thank you for listening.
Joe Payne is going to go get some Bactine.
Bactine?
Yeah.
Isn't that something you put on a wound?
Yeah, that's the spray. Yeah.
I'm not wounded.
Do you want?
I'm just slightly scratched.
Slightly scratched. So
yeah, it takes a lot more than that.
Desitin? We need Desitin? Is that the answer?
Just a Band-Aid right now.
Okay.
It's just a flesh. It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. All right, guys. We'll see you tonight. 6:30.
Did you see Ted Forrest's shorts? Did he not have a mirror when he left his house today?
He was dressed similarly at the final table too.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Kind of dressed down a little bit.
He is dressing down.
I think if I made a final table, I'm coming with it. You want to be comfortable.
Still got to look good though.
Yeah,
got to look good. It is.
Maybe the circus is in town.
That's it. We're done. We'll see you guys tonight. On behalf of Joe Payne, I'm Mark Hoke. Thanks for joining us here on the Mark Hoke Show. We appreciate it. Whoops. Oh, I got the buzzer going.
It's the Ted Forrest fan club. The Ted Forrest fan club has weighed in. They've had enough of me trashing Ted Forrest.
God. Let's play some music. We'll see you guys later.